Hello, yeah, welcome back to Grantskills International Fish Farming Sector. We are actually dealing on effective management of fish farming, and this is the practical aspect of it. And now we are going straight to the practical aspect of it. Like we said earlier, the four sectors of fish farming. We have the hatchery, which is the first aspect of it. So before you go into melange or grow out or broodstock keeping, you have to first of all pass the process of hatchery, because without the reproduction of the fish, you cannot have the size of fish to keep for melange or for grow out or for broodstock keeping. So that is why we'll start with hatchery. Okay, that is the hatchery process. Now in hatchery, the first thing you need to do is to build your pond. It is either you have a mobile pond or a concrete pond. This is the only pond you can use in hatching. Some people actually use earthen pond to hatch, but in terms of running the water flow through, it affects, except you have an inflow and outflow of water which comes from the stream, which we talked about as well in the theoretical class. So the first thing you need to do is to get your pond ready. Now when you build your pond, like the concrete pond, what you do is you allow the pond to stay for 2 weeks. So you can actually put, once you build the pond, you can put poultry manure inside the pond, and you pump in water into it and allow it to stay for 2 weeks. That's for 14 days. Once it is 14 days, the pond is ready. If you don't have poultry manure, you can put in plantain. You can put in plantain waste, plantain stems, plantain leaves, or any dry leaves around. Then allow them to stay, to decompose in the pond, in the pond with water, filled with water. Once it is 14 days, you start seeing mosquito larvae in the water. Once you see mosquito larvae, just know the pond is ready. Any living thing can survive inside. But if there is no mosquito larva, you make sure you don't use it for anything fish, because living thing cannot survive inside. Like I said, if you want to build your hatchery, now you can see, or any type of pond you want to build, you can see how the pond is. This is how the pond is. It is being sloped from the other side to this other side, and this is where the waste is. Okay, so this is the waste, and this is the waste pipe. You can see the hole there. That is the hole for the waste pipe. And once you open it here, the water goes out from here. Okay, you can see there is no water all that place, from that extreme end to this place. Now all the water, even the little water that is in it, all of them have sloped to this place. So that place is sloped to this place, and this waste pipe here, you can see the pipe inside is being leveled. It's been leveled together the same height with the flooring. Okay, so that whenever the fishes are coming out, the water doesn't stay and then doesn't go out finish. It will be very difficult for you to remove the remaining fishes. Like now, for example, let me say you put this pipe and after leveling, and there is a remnant of this pipe like this. That means all this water will not go out. So once the water goes out to a certain level, it will just remain, and the fishes will just be swimming, and it will be very, very hard for you to remove them. So since it slopes like this, this means any fish that is here, you can easily flush them from here. You can easily flush them from here and take them from this place. Now this is the pipe. This is the pipe we put in this place. Now for the first time which you are going to hatch, you are going to use this net. You are going to use this net. can see how the net is. This is not, I think it could not be called chiffon, but you can get something like this, like a cotton. I think this is a cotton material. So you bore these pipes with a hot iron or soldering iron. You open them round, and for the first time you are going to put this like this. You're going to put this like this, and you use rubber. You use a rubber band or a band, and you hold this place like this. And after filling, thank you for choosing Grantskills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you. Now this side, you just choke it inside. You can see it goes inside. This is a 2-inch pipe, and we also have a 2-inch elbow inside. Okay, so that is how it's going to be. And after 3 weeks you can turn this side, because in 3 weeks time the fishes will not be able to pass here, but from the first day to about 2 weeks plus the fishes will always pass here. Here you have to use your saw blade to cut open all this. So after 2 weeks plus or 3 weeks, you remove this net and you turn the pipe like this, so that any waste that is coming out will always pass, so there won't be accumulation of debris inside the pond. So after 2 weeks, when you have removed the water, what you do is you use enough salt to wash the pond. If it is pond that you have used before, you have to use a brush to brush the side. You can see how neat it is. Use brush to brush all the side and the down. Flush very well. After flushing, you then use your salt to flush for the last time. Like this water now is salty. Yeah, it's salty because after washing we have to rinse it with water, and then now rinse it again with enough salt. Okay, so you can add 500 grams of salt to 20 liters of water. 500 grams of salt to 20 liters of water. Then you can use it to wash. Just make sure the water is salty, enough salty. Then you can use to wash the pond. So after that, this is what we call the kakaban. This is what we call the kakaban. You can see this is a PVC pipe. This is a 1/2-inch PVC pipe. This is the elbow, something like this. So what we do is, if you don't want to gum this with gum, you can actually measure. After measuring, you cut and you seal it up with gum, this area. And when you are hanging this net on the PVC pipe, make sure there is a belly. Make sure there's a belly. Don't make it straight like this. No, it's not good. Don't make it. Once I stretch it now, you see how straight it is. See how straight it is. So don't make it. Just give a little space for it to have space. Okay. Now we are going to construct. Now this, you are supposed to put gum in this, because if you don't put gum, once you put the kakaban inside the water, it will have leakage, and this kakaban will have to sink without you requesting for it to sink. It will automatically sink by itself. Okay, so fixing this, if you want to fix that without using gum, now why I don't want to use gum on this is because I'm using it tomorrow, but today is the first day of the hatchery preparation. This is your cutter, so you can easily cut where you want to cut. This is a fish line, and this is 50 mm, 0.50 mm fish line. You can use any rope of your choice, but I use a fish line, and you can use it to wrap. You can use it to wrap this net. You can use it to wrap this net. You can see this is what I used in wrapping the net round. Wrapping it round instead of using gum. Okay, this one I've done it since. So you make sure you measure your net before you cut your PVC pipe, so you don't make mistakes. You can see it's the same thing, and a little extra. So once you are done measurement, you can easily measure 3 feet by 4 feet, or you can make this, I think this is 4 feet, and this is 3 feet. Okay, after measuring, you cut your net, and you fix this. Wow, this has broken. I think we are not going to use it again, or I'll still make use of it, because if I want to make use of this, since it's broken, I'll have to sink it down. Okay, now the reason why it got broken is because I'm just forcing it in without gum. If you use gum, it will be free for you to put in. So this is the first step. After making your pond available, the next thing you should do is to make your kakaban available. If you are using gum to gum this, you have to allow it to stay. You have to allow it to stay for at least 4 days before using it to hash. Make sure it stays for at least 4 days before you use it to hash. Okay, so once your kakaban are now available, and today is your first day of preparing for hatchery. So what you do is you wash your pond as we talked, rinse with salt, and also the nets, the kakaban, you also have to rinse them with salt. That is why you see these ones inside the pond, because we rinse them with salt. Now, after rinsing with salt, what do? You allow it to stay for at least 1 day. After rinsing with salt, you allow it to dry for 24 hours. Okay. Now, what you are going to do now is you are going to release the salt water out, and this will fix it tomorrow after hashing. Now we have released the salt water. Don't allow the salt water to stay. So after releasing, you lock. After lock, you have to pump in water, fill up water into it. Now the next thing we do is this is the, I think, 2-liter boil we talked about. This is a 2-liter boil we talked about for hatchery, and this is a glass cup, a breakable cup for putting the sperm, and this is another plate. When you remove the sperm, you put it inside. This is a flat plate for spreading the egg for fertilization. You use this flat plate for fertilization, and you use this 5mm syringe to drag the sperm from the cup and fertilize the eggs. Okay. Now, tomorrow we are hatching 2 females, so we are using 2 plates. This is your rubber spoon for scooping the egg. Okay. So that is it. After you have locked that place, what you do now is pumping water. Now this water you have to pump in this water before injecting. That is 12 hours to the time you are going to inject. Okay, I think the time now is past 8 p.m. Now we are going to inject the fish by 10 p.m. I will have to strip off the eggs by 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so by 8 a.m. the eggs should be out. That's 10 hours, and by that 10 hours we have to spread. So after preparation and everything, should be getting to 12 hours of the water staying in the pond. Now, the reason for the water to stay in this pond is for it to settle. Okay, it's for it to settle. And if you are putting in with a tarpaulin mobile pond, you have to put in sodium bicarbonate or soda ash, just with the measurement I told you earlier. Now, for every 1,000 liters of water, you add 50 grams of sodium bicarbonate. Every 1,000 liters of water, you add 50 grams of sodium bicarbonate. So, after pumping in the water, you don't have to alkaline this pond, this concrete pond, because the concrete pond itself alkalizes the water. If this water is acidic, already is acidic, once you pump it inside the pond, After 2 hours, you come back to test the water. You see that the water is being alkaline. So you don't have to put in any alkalinic substance to alkaline the water. Okay, so that is it. And in our next tutorial, we'll be showing you on how, we'll be taking you on how to weigh, to scale your fish and to inject and the rest of it. So this is the primary preparation for hatchery. So I hope you enjoyed the class and I hope you've learned something. Thank you for choosing Grantskills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.